Thank you everybody and welcome to another teacher talk session tonight. Tonight we are going to have our 59th session, as you know that. And tonight we are going to have our guest from a different part of the world and from Switzerland. And I don't know his time and I would like to invite him quickly and start our live session with him. So tonight we are going to have a marketing coordinator, business developer, and also worker for KOKORO Lingua from KOKORO Lingua, Kevin Marchese. I hope I pronounced his surname correctly. We will see it. Let me invite him, then we are going to start our live session. Alright, I saw Kevin here. Let me invite him here. We are going to start our live session with him. So excited. Yes!
Hello.
Kevin is here.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Kevin. It's great to see you. And welcome to Teacher Talks.
Thanks a lot for hosting me, and it is a pleasure to virtually meet you. And
Great.
good evening to everyone.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Before we start our live session, I would like to say thank you, Kevin, to accept my invitation to Teacher Talks and being my guest tonight. And also, thank you very much to give this chance to us.
Thanks to you. An amazing evening for me to be here with you and to attend your amazing podcast, which I really love. So.
Great.
It will be a nice talk, I hope.
Okay, Kevin, thank you very much. And so, if you're ready, we can start.
Let's start.
All right, great. So, Kevin, I know about you, but maybe our listeners would like to know about you. And so, can you tell us about yourself, please, and also a bit about your experiences too?
Sure. So, good evening again, everyone. I'm Kevin Marchese. I am 27 years old. And I am half Italian, half Swiss, even though now I live in Switzerland.
Great. And by the way, congratulations, Italy, for winning the Euro Cup.
Thanks. I celebrate a lot yesterday night. I'm really happy for that. And now I live in Switzerland and I work for KOKORO Lingua. Concerning my background, I've born in Italy and I grew up there. I did a bachelor in languages in Venice, and then I decided to change direction and move in Switzerland, and I came to Neuchâtel in the French part of Switzerland. It is 1 hour far from Bern, more or less.
Wow.
And in there, I did my master degree in general management, and after that, I had the chance to work for KOKORO Lingua, which we'll talk a bit later. So that's all.
That's so wonderful. Thank you very much, Kevin, and for this information. And my next question is, Kevin, about your own education. So, what were your some turning points in your own education?
So I would like to say, it is a little bit weird to say, but the first turning point was when I born, because I had the chance to grow in a bilingual family, because my father is Italian and my mother is Swiss. So they used to talk to me since I was a kid in both Italian and French. So for me, this was really a luck. And also currently, it is really funny because when I am with my parents, for example, with my father, I talk in Italian because I used to talk to him in Italian. While with my mother, I talk in French because it is weird for me to talk in Italian to her. Even though my mother knows Italian and my father understands French, it is a little bit a mix, of languages at home. So this, I would say, is the first the first point I wanted to mention. And then the second was basically when I decided to move in Switzerland, because I wanted to change direction, and also try a study and a work experience in Switzerland, since I am Swiss. And I decided to attend my master's degree here in Switzerland in general management. And then, fortunately, I have the luck and the chance to work for KOKORO Lingua, because also one of my goals was to try to transmit education and tools about education to people, to schools and
I see.
families. So this is, I would say, the second turning point. And then here we are today. I'm in Switzerland, and that's
Wonderful, wonderful, Kevin. Thank you very much. Especially the first turning point that you mentioned, that was wonderful. I think you are really lucky about it. I think you speak Italian and you speak French, English, and also
I I speak French, Italian, English. I studied a bit German
I
in a
see.
high school, but I can't speak German properly,
Ah, I see.
and I know a little bit Turkish also,
Really?
a
Oh,
little bit.
wonderful. Merhaba.
Merhaba, merhaba.
Wonderful, Kevin. All right. So, Kevin, my next question is about your philosophy of teaching. So, what is your philosophy of teaching?
So, it is a hard question, but I think that what it is important for me, in my opinion, is that the kids, the students, should be at the center of education.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that they should have fun and enjoy learning, because if they have fun and if they enjoy, they will learn whatever subject and whatever implicitly, and this
Mm-hmm.
is really powerful for for the kids, because they will learn in a fun way, in an implicit way, and they will assimilate everything that is taught.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then also I would like to add that it is really important for me to teach in a dynamic and active way, and as I said, to be focused on the kids. So
I see.
to understand the students, to help them, and
Mm-hmm.
to accompany them in their learning path.
I
So
see. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Kevin, about it. Thank you very much. All right. So, Kevin, my next question is going to be about the distance education. As you know that after the pandemic started and we all moved from face to face to
yeah,
online education, the distance education. In this case, and what do you think about distance education? This is the first question. And my next question is, how was the reaction of Switzerland's education system to COVID-19?
yeah. So last year was a really difficult year for all the world, basically due to this pandemic, and teachers had to adapt themselves to teach in a digital way, in a new way, because schools were closed. So um, then I would like to congrats to all the teachers, by the way, because this adaptation was so difficult, and I'm sure that everyone did their best to adapt and to
Mm-hmm.
keep teaching to and helping the kids and the students. Um, and distance education, in my opinion, can work only if the right tool is used. Otherwise, it is really complicated.
I see.
Um, Teachers should use the right tool. Should be interactive one, possibly, and like that, I think it can work. Then, concerning Switzerland, um, they tried to keep the school open till they could, especially the kindergarten and primary schools.
Mm-hmm.
Then, like all the countries, they had to close all the schools, and this was really hard
I see.
for the kids and also for the teachers. I think a lot of teachers were not ready to switch to digital, and like I said before, a huge adaptation was needed. And again, I would like to really congrats to the teacher for that and for their effort, which is
I
really
see.
appreciated. And uh, we also, I mean, KOKORO Lingua, like since we are dealing with education, we also wanted in our small, I would say, to help somehow, and
I see.
we offered KOKORO to all the families of the schools in which KOKORO is used, in order to help the kids keep
Mm-hmm.
learning English because they, I mean, you can't stop learning because school is closed.
You
This
are
is
right.
it is really it was really
I see.
a big issue, and we
Okay.
tried to do in our small what we could,
I see. I
and
see.
then now
Mm-hmm.
schools are open, and I hope
Mm-hmm.
that we will um, get over this pandemic soon, and
I hope so.
I really hope so, and especially for for the youngest kids, for
Mm-hmm.
kindergarten and primary school kids, it is really important for them that the schools are open because of
Exactly.
social relationship. Also for the oldest, but somehow they can manage more. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it is really important to have this social and true relationship. So
Exactly.
let's
I
hope that
understand.
we will get over to
I
all
see.
of this
I
soon.
hope so. I hope so, Kevin. Thank you very much. And now I would like to talk about a little bit Kokoro Lingua, which is the company that you work for.
Yeah.
So the first thing is, what is Kokoro Lingua and what is the purpose of it?
So basically, KOKORO Lingua is an innovative teaching method who was founded by Nathalie Leslin,
Mm-hmm.
which is our Swiss, French Swiss founder. And it is innovative because for the first time, there are kids who teach to other kids through interactive videos. And it is a program which is dedicated to kids between 3 and 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And the purpose is that the kids will learn English in a fun and emotional way. And
Mm-hmm.
as I was mentioning before, also in an implicit way, because while they watch those interactive videos,
Yes.
they have fun and they assimilate the English vocabulary and the English accent because the
Mm-hmm.
kids on the videos they are native, so that they assimilate all this in an implicit way.
I
And
see.
um, basically, those interactive videos are really short. They are 10, they last between 10 and 15 minutes, and they deal with different topics. I would say daily topics. So
I
basically,
see.
it
Mm-hmm.
is a online subscription made
Mm-hmm.
up by 36 videos. So you start with introduce yourself. So hello, what's your name? My name is Kevin. How are you? Then there are the numbers, the colors, then animals, the family members, the days of the week.
I
So
see.
all
Mm-hmm.
daily topics, let's say, because our goal is to make kids learn the most common
Mm-hmm.
words which are used during a daily conversation, let's say.
I
And
see. Mm-hmm.
after 1 year, it is proved that after 1 year of Kokoro, kids has assimilated at least 250 words with the perfect accent, because also learning while hearing a native speaker, it is really important, and it will
I
make
see.
also you to have a good accent and not like an Italian like what I have.
No, no, it's great, wonderful. Don't worry about it. It's great. So great. I see. Is that all about it? Or
Yeah, basically, yeah, it
okay,
is.
okay. Thank you
Then
very much about it. Mm-hmm.
if you go on our website kokorolingua.com, you can also try for free for 1 month
Mm-hmm.
without any
Really?
problem. So you can just
Wonderful.
subscribe, and for all the people who are curious and would like to check it out, they
Wonderful. We will talk about that the Kokorodingo webpage in the next questions. So
yeah.
my next question is Kokoro Lingua a special program for only Switzerland, or can anyone get an account and use it?
No, anyone can get an account and use it because our goal is to help all the kids around the world learning a foreign language. It
Yeah.
can be English because we developed the English program, but then our goal is to develop the program in other languages. For example, French will be soon available, but then also our aim is to develop the program in all languages. So
Mm-hmm.
Italian, German, why not Turkish? Uh,
Yeah, why not?
it would be amazing. And so, as I was saying, our goal is to help all the kids learning a foreign language in a fun, joyful environment with KOKORO and the KOKORO kids. Uh, the KOKORO kids are the kids who are in the videos, so we call it we call them like that.
I
And
see.
as I was saying, it is for everyone, for both families and teachers and schools. And since you're in Turkey, there is one school in Adana, for example, that
Really?
is using KOKORO. They started their second year of
Wow.
KOKORO, and I just talked last week with the teacher in charge of that, and he told me that the feedbacks are amazing. He is really happy. Also, the kids are really enjoying a lot.
Wonderful.
So we are really happy to be also in Turkey and to be a little bit all around the world to help the kids to learn in a
So
joyful
it's
way.
yeah, amazing. It's great. It's great that I heard that you are in Turkey, in Adana. It's wonderful. Thank you. Thanks, Kevin. And my next question is, sorry, what kind of support do you provide to the students, teachers, and parents with KOKORO Lingua?
Yeah, so basically, as I was telling you before, we provide online videos dealing with different topics, like I was saying before, but not only. So basically, you will have, for example, the video concerning a daily topic, let's say, and then we provide also some extra activities for every video. For example, some game suggestion to practice English after watching the video and to practice also the vocabulary learned. Then we provide also some pedagogical material, for example, some flashcards, some really small and fun exercises that the kids can do after watching the videos. We provide also the script for the teachers and the parents who maybe don't know English very much but would like to follow what happened during the video. We provide also some cards game. So all these series of materials which are included for every video, because as I told you, also our aim is to let the kids practice in their rhythm and practice the vocabulary and the accent while talking and also writing and reading. So yeah, it is a, let's
I
say,
see.
a complete program
Wonderful.
by all points of view.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kevin. About infos about KOKORO Lingua. So, my next question is: does KOKORO Lingua have a methodology?
Yeah, KOKORO Lingua has a methodology. We are really linked to Montessori, to Maria Montessori. So, for example, if you for example go to watch some videos, you will really recognize this Montessori approach. For example, when in every video before starting the let's call it lesson,
I see.
um, the kids drink a glass of water because it helps to focus and it helps to focus before, let's say, starting the lesson and before starting assimilate the vocabulary, and also all the video is structured in a Montessori way. Plus also the program before launching the program,
Yeah.
there was we spent I think 2 or 3 years of testing because the program was studied and approved by a team of experts in pedagogy, linguistic, and neuroscience. So there was all a study behind that before, let's say, launching this program for for the schools and the families.
I see. Thank you very much, Kevin. It's nice that the method that the Montessori system that you have it.
Yeah.
I see. Wonderful. Thank you. And my next question is about again the KOKORO Lingua. Has KOKORO Lingua won any awards so far? As a
Yeah, we have. So we the program was launched in 2017. After 1 year, we won the gold Lepin medal. It is
wow. Hmm.
the concours Lepin, like we call it, Lepin contest, if we translate in English. It is a really prestigious contest concerning innovation in education in
Wonderful.
French in
Hmm.
France. Then after that, we were selected to attend the BET Awards in London, which is again a educational fair in London, and
Wonderful.
we were finalists in 2019 and 2020. We didn't win the award, but we were finalists, and
So that's also wonderful. Uh-huh.
yeah, and next to us there were Lego and Microsoft, so
Hmm.
it was a bit hard to compete, but we did our best. And also, we in 2020, just before the pandemic, we won
Yes.
the award in the Jess Dubai Educational Fair
Oh, wonderful.
as the best innovative teaching method for kindergarten and primary schools. And the last
Great.
one I would like to mention, because since I'm Italian, we were selected by Didacta Florence as one of the best 15 ed tech I mean, internationally. So we are really proud, because we see that the program works, it has
Wonderful.
results, and most important thing is that the kids enjoy, so, and it works for them. So it is perfect.
So it's great that, and I think you deserve all that awards. Wonderful. Congratulations one more time for that awards,
Thank you.
Kevin. Thank you very much. So my next question about the language, Kevin.
Yeah.
So why is learning a second language so difficult for some people or some or students, let's say?
So I would like to precise something, because it is difficult. Of course, it is really difficult, but it depends also when you start learning. Because if you start learning when you're a kid, so if you start learning, for example, English or whatever language when you're a kid, it is really easy for the kid, because also the brain has that flexibility that only kids have, and it is really easy for them to live in a, let's say, bilingual environment,
Mm-hmm.
or learn a foreign language or a second language when they are young. So because of that, we really advise, and it is really important to start learning a foreign language when you're a kid. So the sooner the better it is to start. And when you grow up, so even after 10 years old or 12 years old, it becomes a little bit more difficult, and it becomes really hard when you are adult, because the our brain unfortunately lose that flexibility and that adaptability that only the kids have. So of course it is possible to learn a foreign language when you're adult, but the effort you should put, it is really much more than when you're a kid.
I see. I see. Thank you very much. I would like to ask another question to you, Kevin. As a bilingual of a
Yeah.
person, so was it difficult for you to learn the languages at your time?
So, as far as I remember, for me, no, because my mom used to talk to me in French since I born, while my father used to talk to me in Italian. Then, of course, it was since I was living in Italy, the most important thing for them was to talk in Italian to me, because it is the language I will talk to my friends and to, I mean, every day, and every day since I was living in Italy. But my mom insists and keep continuing talking in French. And for me, I was just, hearing another language and assimilating implicitly another language. It was,
I see.
I mean, I can't say it was easy, but it was just implicit. So, uh, when you hear different sounds and kids, I mean, this is not only for me, but it is only for all the kids in the world. When you are a kid and you hear different sounds,
Mm-hmm.
English or French at the same time, or Italian or Turkish or whatever language, kids has extraordinary potentials, and they assimilate the languages, and they will have no difficulty to
I
replicate and
see.
talk
Uh-huh.
in the two languages, or even three languages.
Mm-hmm.
It is all. I mean, it is really amazing the potential that the kid has to
Have
learn
to
when they
learn
are
it.
when they are
I
young.
see.
Yeah.
I see. And also, you are a very good example to learn the language when you were a kid and since you were born. Wonderful. Thank you, Kevin. So my next question is about the teachers, Kevin. I would like to ask you another question about teachers. So, what new thing should teacher add to what they teach?
This is also another difficult question, because I think they should be open to innovation. They
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of teachers who are scared to try new things, and I think it is really important for them to be open to innovation, to try to teach in different ways, to have different approaches in their way of teaching. For example, there is one example that I really like, is the reverse class, where it's not the teacher to teach, but is the kid who,
Mm-hmm.
for example, um, teach whatever subject to the let's say their friends in the
I
class.
see. Mm-hmm.
So this can be an example of a different approach. I know that some teachers are using it, and it
Yeah.
worked because, as I was mentioning also before, if it is, for example, a kid that teach to his friend something, it will be easier for the kid to
To
learn,
learn.
to
Mm-hmm.
assimilate,
Mm-hmm.
because it is his friend or someone of his age that teach. Then of course the teacher should be present to, let's say, um, to moderate and to support.
Uh-huh.
It is for sure really important. But as I was saying, it is really important to be open for new learning techniques and not be afraid. Just try and see how kids react, and
Yeah.
it is really beneficial for them. Um, and this is important at every levels of
Mm-hmm.
let's
I
say
see.
education, from kindergarten to secondary school and high school. So uh, this is, I think, my opinion. Then uh,
I see, Kevin. Thank you about it. It's a very nice and very nice open. And loving my journey life says agree. Always being open for new learning techniques. There's a comment about it. Yeah, she made a comment about your ideas. Thank you.
thank you for agreeing with me.
And so my next question is, Kevin, about the skills that we need. So what do you think are the key skills you will need in the future, or we will need in the future?
You mean myself or
No, no,
teachers?
no. The people. I mean, like the
The people.
students and the people they need.
So if we, as I was saying, for me, one skill I was mentioning in the question before, is to adapt yourself in different
Mm-hmm.
situations. So don't be afraid to use new techniques, or new, let's say, way of teaching. This is, for example, a soft skill that we should need. Um, and teacher demonstrate that during the pandemic, because they adapt themselves to a different environment. the digital one, and to a different, let's say, way of teaching, because they switch to physical teaching,
Mm-hmm.
to class, from class teaching to, let's say, homeschooling, and so digital, and they switch to a digital, let's say, way of teaching. So this is, for example, one skill. Then the other one I would say is that it is really important that all the teachers understand um, all their students, because all the kids are different, and this is the amazing thing. And they should try to understand, to accompany them, and to
Mm-hmm.
let them learn at their rhythm. So I think
I see.
this is really important.
I see. Thank you very much, Kevin. Thanks a lot. So, Kevin, my next question is about the superpowers. I'm gonna ask you, Kevin, if you could. This is also a really nice question and very fun question. Like, if you could have one superpower to use in the classroom, what would it be, and how would it help to you?
So for me, I would say it is, I think, a real difficult question, because I would choose a lot of superpowers. Uh, but if I have to choose one, for me, it will be that the teacher should be native. Uh, Today, unfortunately, not all teachers are native speakers, and they try
Hmm.
their best to teach a foreign language to kids, which is really important. But for example,
I see.
myself, I didn't have the opportunity to learn English or German, for example, with a native teacher. And for me, it is really important that teachers should have a perfect accent. Um, and then, so this is, for example, the superpower I would use in all classrooms. Even though I should recognize that a lot of teachers who are not native, they have a really good accent, and they are doing their best to teach.
Hmm.
So this is also the superpower they have. So the passion they have, for me, this is already a nice superpower that the teacher should have, and they have.
I see. Your superpower is really interesting. Like, you just wanted to become a native teacher during the lessons, and after the lesson, you like go back to normal.
Or you can say
Yeah, I
native
see.
if you want.
I see. Wonderful. Okay, Kevin. Thank you very much. So, Kevin, now it's just a couple questions left. So, only three questions left to ask you. The time flies really, and my questions too. So, and the next question is about the website. So, Kevin, what are your favorite five websites to suggest to us? Hmm.
I would say KOKORO Lingua for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Then, apart from jokes, I don't want to give any names, because what I think maybe it doesn't suit to kids. Um, so I would, let's say, answer like this. I think that it is important uh, for for parents and for
Hmm.
teachers to find their self the most useful and, let's say, suitable tool or way of teaching to kids, because if so, then the kids will learn, let's say, in a positive, and also in a, let's say, more efficacious way. So if whatever, if you use an app or a book or the traditional way of of teaching, or movies too, why not with in English, of course, in the native, in the original language, or exercises or games, or whatever support you use, if it suits to the kids, this is perfect.
I
So
see.
this is my answer.
Okay, Kevin. And there is also another. Someone asked you, Kevin. Hugo Oberson asked, "Can you please talk about the nice component of Kokora? the solidarity approach?
Yeah, this is also an important point that I didn't mention, but it is really, thank you.
Sure, go.
We really think that every kid should have the opportunity to learn a foreign language. So this is for us, like I was saying before, is our goal to make all kids learn a foreign language, whatever if it is English or another language. This is our goal. And in education, there should not be any barrier. So if it is, there should not be any economical or technological or any barrier. Because of that, uh, our, our founder and also all the team agrees on that. Uh, for every subscription boat, we offer for free a second subscription to a family or a school in need. Because as I was
Wonderful.
telling you, we really think that education is important, really important, and every kid should be at the same level, and there should not be any barrier. So this is really important for us, and there are a lot of let's say families and also schools in Brazil, for example, in Africa, in Nigeria, uh, so in countries that are not, let's say, lucky as we are, for example,
I see.
that
I
use
agree. Hmm.
KOKORO. So and the kids are so they enjoy so much, and for us this is everything. So um, it is really important for us to share our program with the largest number of kids in the world, and
Wonderful.
yeah,
Wonderful.
destroy all those barriers that might be. So this is really one of our key points
I see.
in Kokoro.
In Kokora. Thank you. Thank you very much. And so, Kevin, my next question, I think you have answered the question about the websites. You have already given and some
Yeah.
info about it. Okay, thank you. So, next question is about the school again. So, what will be the school year 2020 and 2022 look like for you?
So I really hope that we will get over this pandemic once for all.
Yeah, yeah,
I really
of
hope.
course.
And I hope that the schools can finally be open once for all, for all the kids, for all the students, from kindergarten to high school to universities, because even though learning in a, let's say, in distance, it is really good and it is effective. Uh, if schools are open, it is not only important for education, but also for social relationship, because kids can, interact with themselves and
Hmm.
uh, socialize. So this is important. So I really have a hope that, and I hope so that schools will be open, and because if so, also it will improve their mood while learning. Uh, if you see your friends every day, if you see your classmates and you joke with them, it is really important also in their learning path. So I hope that schools will be open.
Yeah, I hope so, Kevin. I hope so. Yeah, more than anything, I think. Thank you very much, Kevin, about it. And the last question, Kevin. I think the time flies and the questions fly. Yeah, I asked all of them almost. Yeah, and only one left. And the question. Ready for it?
Sorry?
Ready for the last question.
Ready for the last question.
And the most difficult one, Kevin. Here is it. What is your motto?
So I think that my motto is, every day there is something new to learn.
Ah.
And
Mm-hmm.
if at the end of the day you come home and you ask yourself if you learned something new, and if it is, so if it is the case, and at the end of the day you learn something new, it made
Yeah.
your day.
Yeah, wonderful. It's really great. Great motto about it. I really like that. Every day is a new day to learn something new. Wonderful.
You
Thank you,
never
Kevin.
you never stop to learn. There is always something new.
Yeah, of course. You are right. Totally agree with you. Thank you very much, Kevin. All
Thanks to
right then.
you.
And Kevin, before we ending our live sessions, Kevin, would you like to add anything else to the session?
For me, that's all. I just would like to remind that for every person who is curious and interested to discover more about KOKORO Lingua,
Uh-huh.
don't hesitate to go on our website kokorolingua.com, and you can subscribe for free to our teaching method, discover it, have fun, test. You can test in the schools or with the students. So for the teacher, they can test for free in their school with their students. For families, they can have fun at home with their kids. So go and discover it, and then don't hesitate to write me, to write to the KOKORO Lingua profile what you think about that, and share your feedback. It is really important for us.
Wonderful. And the link is like the kokorolingo.com you said.
I
Mm.
will write it in here.
Yeah, can you please write it because someone could you share the link, please?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're waiting.
perfect.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, and he wrote it, and Hugo Oberson, he also wrote it. Thank you very
Yeah,
much. All
perfect.
right, Kevin, thank you very much. And I would like to say one more time, thank you to accept my invitation and being with us here tonight. And I had a really great session with you tonight, Kevin. Thank you very much. And
Thanks a
Kevin
lot.
Marchese was with us here tonight, and we talk about his experiences and suggestions, and especially Kokoro Lingua, and we have learned a lot thanks to the Kevin. We have learned a lot about Kokoro Lingua, and I'm sure that people go and check the websites and see what is it. And it's really, I really like the idea of Kokoro Lingua and the things that you are doing with it, and your aim with Kokoro Lingua is perfect, really. Thank you very much about it. And that's all for tonight, everybody. As I said, Kevin Marquez was with us, and we are going to be here next week on the same day at the same time, as you know that it's the same, and with a different educator. So until that time, take care of yourselves, and good evening, good night, and good afternoon wherever you are, and take care of yourself one more time, and peace, and bye bye. Bye bye, Kevin. Thank you very much
Thanks a
from
lot. Thanks a
Switzerland.
lot again, and bye
Oh,
bye to everyone.
yeah, bye. Good evening.